talking slick.
I just made a comment on the conversation we were having about allocating this country's resources. That's it. I didn't say anything to you directly at all. I didn't mention your name or anything. But if what I said
trigger you,
spark something in you, and you want to come at me personally, I don't know why. But I'm just saying that's just a general consensus.
Copping a plea. Nah, that's okay. Go ahead, cop that.
Copping a plea.
Well, look, one thing you will never do is make me into an ignorant conversation. You guys discuss various things. Go back on mute. Finish making my delicious pancakes.
Oh, he making pancake. And we got pancake on his face.
We got another mini-me.
Year of DNA. Don't you see that? Like, it's not working, bro. Why don't want to get?
Look, every time Patty bring the smoke, I'm giving the smoke right back to Patty. That's a fact.
You came in here looking for a fight. That's okay.
All the time. All the time.
Why? You got beat up and I offended you and now you trying to put it on me.
When you was a kid? Huh? Did he get attention when he was a kid?
Listen, this was Hurricane and Divine. I went and defended him, and now he claiming that I'm over here starting.
It wasn't even a fight, bro. Hurricane brings back very educated brother. I'm not gonna fight.
Very educated dick sucker.
I agree, bro.
The lawyer Hurricane.
I'm not gonna keep fighting.
The truth is that law is opinion. And there's no such thing as a law.
That's something that I'm big on. If we would have disagreed with that, then we would, would have squabble and say, but we're not here to fight. We want to elevate. We want to connect. And yes, we do need solution. And I'm an advocate of coalition being a solution. It has happened in the past. And I feel like
coalition of the coalition.
Especially in our community, we're a very me society. This is where it's gotten, right? Everybody, F them N words over there. I don't F with them. Like this mentality is part of our demise.
Ain't no news.
Ain't no juice.
What you
I
got?
can finish the rest of it. Not the rest, but I have to. I'm in the road. Yeah. I'll play it about 10 minutes with y'all. Thank you. Good morning.
Sonny got something for us. What you got for us, Sonny?
Hey, Sonny.
Hey, Sonny.
Be in debates, to have arguments and anything like that anymore, which is different than what you've known me from his death. The gift of God is eternal life in Christ Jesus our Lord.
Amen.
So I was reading that verse for that chapter for my morning devotional, and I was just thinking about, the part where it says ever increasing wickedness. And so I don't know if you remember, Tom, but when I first got on Clubhouse, and you guys Darth Dawkins had come in here, and you guys all came here, I had never cussed for like a while, a long one. And then I remember playing poker, and I had a bad beat or something like that, and I cursed right there. People were like,
yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, man, that started
Hey,
flicking.
John, if you could put
It
me in your
just-
queue, I got a question for Tom and you.
Okay, and it just became ever increasing, if you remember, and you were able to document all of that, where it got that Sophia one was off the hook, right? And and that's how it became.
Yeah.
It just became more and more depraved, right? To where it was just like
Chris, there's no point in being here unless you're roasting these
it
people.
was shameful.
It's just the truth.
Yeah. I was trying to capture your shame, and you were so stubborn. You wanted to try and say that it wasn't really shameful. Downplay it.
Well, yeah, it's shameful, but I'll tell you what, man. It's not like I'm going to ask you to like take it down or anything like that. How one can get to that point. Now, it is a case that recently God's been working on my heart, as you know. And so I've come to this point, right, in the new year. And God has been doing wonderful things in my life. And as you know, I haven't been going to church for years. And I started going recently. Man, I'm so glad to be among a body of believers, you know, and how we just pray for each other. We're concerned about it. And, you know, we care about each other to edify one another. That to be in that sort of a situation is a blessing. So I was just thinking about where I want to go, especially with the new year. People think about what's, you know, forward. I have hopes for this room.
Wow.
You know, and I'm excited to come. I was excited to come to this morning. In fact, if you notice, there's my my account, my alt account down there, right? So that's a good friend of mine, and I wanted them to experience like what I'm doing here. So in any case,
Yeah. John, you know, I started working a worship song for you.
really,
Yeah.
that's
Huh?
Oh, I was just thinking about a couple things about like promises, right?
Promises.
I made at least 2 promises.
Yeah.
One of which was to give you a Christmas gift of a song.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, I did not pick up the guitar until the first time yesterday. In weeks. So I'm rusty, right? But I just wanted to let you know I finally picked up the guitar. I'm going to be practicing it, and I know it's way past Christmas. And so I apologize for not keeping that promise.
Oh.
And another promise I had made was, remember Johnny Haas? He sent me a book.
Yeah. This autographed hardcover.
Yeah, he autographed it, and it was really cool. But promised to read that book in a week. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, you do remember that? Okay.
Yeah, of course. I was quietly paying attention to see whether you would break that promise also.
And I did. And I'm only in chapter 1, dude. The book's like sitting right in front of me right now as we speak. Wow, for whatever reason. So this is what's been messing me up. Is, you know, when I was young, I was trying to please my dad.
Hey, John, if you could put me in your queue. Thanks, John.
Sure, yeah. And I used to
Name is
I
Black.
used to do pinky promises with my dad. Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, as I got older, I just kept, he was so...
I think this guy wants to attack me, John.
have a feeling it might be that. So if you could just be patient, music, yeah.
Hey, I didn't know I wanted to attack him.
So I realized I kept making promises.
Pinky promises.
And, at first, I would try and I would fail. And then it got to the point where it was easy. I had no intention whatsoever of honoring that promise with my dad. And he was always like, hey, one of the things was to come. This actually, I've been able to sort of keep that. I've been able to sort of keep that promise. But it's so strange how when I was running a business, I would devote my time to it. I would, keep my promises. I'd be ethical. I'd try to serve the customers, and, the way it stands, like God get away. And
God took
that was
it.
a good thing, because it become like an idol. And a jealous guy, he wants everything. And these days, in the situation I am, I can say that everything I have is God's, everything, every breath, even. So I'm working toward that in this new year, which I appreciate. But anyway, and also JCC, nice to see you there, sir. I did want to talk to you about, you had a room called God is an Invention of Your Mind or something like that. And I so wanted to join that room, by the way. And, but I didn't.
No, actually it was God is a mental concept. Not well, I guess you could say invention, but it's a mental concept. That's what it was.
Okay. Well, it implies a human construct, right?
Yeah, and more directly, it's an abstract mental concept. So yeah.
Right. Not a concrete. I do want to go to AI, but so you wanted to say something, sir?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, every time you say something, Tom Rabbit here says, I'm just like, I have gaydar and transdar. I'm just wondering, Tom, I'm not trying to attack you, but are you trans?
I am gay.
Are you happy gay or are you F-word gay?
When it comes to me, I don't think L or B or G or T. This is the way I think about myself. I'm L, G, B, T, I, Q, and plus all of them at the same time.
Well, I can't attack you, Tom, because as you know on YouTube, they have.
That's not the kind of room I want to have, though.
No.
You have a different account today, music.
Yeah, this is Black White.
Actually, John's your name, right?
Correct.
Well, speaking of AI music, John, this song that I wrote, I'd like to maybe play it for you right now.
Sure.
Now
you wrote another song, though?
Yeah.
You didn't use AI?
No. I used AI, but as always, I wrote the lyrics and melody. They just added the guitar.
Wow. I played the song before.
Oh,
No, this is a
right,
different
candidate for the 16th district.
Yeah, that song's.
Yeah,
that was a good song.
That's you have some talent.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I appreciate it. But yeah,
I want to say that literally, I know when I came up with this melody. I was in the car, and I was actually listening to Legacy Church. The opening music. Yeah, it was on a Sunday. And I said to myself, man, this church music sounds so easy. I bet I could write one of these. And so that's what I came up with.
Church. I love worship songs because they're so simple.
And I even had Pastor Kyle in mind with the guitar. Okay. I don't know if you can hear this. Hold on a sec. Can you hear that? Can you hear this right now?
I'm glad to know that you and many other atheists.
Just tell me if you can hear it, because I have to fix it otherwise.
Sure.
Can you hear it? It's playing right now.
I don't hear nothing.
Okay, so I'll have to do it differently. This will work. You can hear this now, right? Okay, so
sounds like Ed Sheeran a little bit, but go on.
Once I finish it, John, with your permission, I would like to be able to send it to Pastor Kyle and say, would you please consider this for your worship service?
You want what?
Yeah.
You created a worship song?
Like, I don't know what you call it. Whatever he plays before service, and that church music.
Okay. I'm pretty decent with lyrics, more so than music.
Well, maybe you can help me, because you know how I write this stuff. I just write one verse and chorus, and then I just repeat it, because the lyrics are really hard to finish. But keep in mind, the lyrics are just kind of almost placeholder. I know that you're going to disagree with some of them. They're not going to make sense or whatever. But I just put myself in the mindset of a person who's like writing church music. But I think I have a good melody. Are you ready, John?
Yeah.
All right. Imagine Pastor Kyle.
Every neighbor is here.
Singing a song.
All right, everybody, welcome to your Clubhouse experience. This is a song by Tom Rabbit mocking John.
I lived a life without your love for me. I didn't see your light covering me. Yes, I was blind, but now I see. You gave your hand and I pushed it away. I tried to do it all, no need to pray. It's easier when you lead the way. But if I tried to love you, oh my Lord,
Narges is here.
that's when I tried to know you, oh my Lord. I lived a life without your love for me. I didn't see your light covering me. Yes, I was blind, but now I see. You gave your hand and I pushed it away. I tried to do it all, no need to pray. But
Ooh, Sienna's here.
easier when you lead the way. But if I tried to love you, oh my Lord, that's when I tried to know you, oh my Lord.
Well, that's very good, man. I think you have a lot of talents, man.
Thanks, John. I hope to see Pastor Kyle singing that to you one day.
Well, there's a couple of interesting things. It's from an individual perspective, you know. And so the way I see it, it's like a sort of like an individual center, right?
Well, like I said, the lyrics are just, look, I come up with a melody. I don't know what words go where, so I just had to fit something in there, and that's what fit. But yeah, I'm going to change it around.
No. I like the words too. It represents a sort of a perspective, right? And it just it's about where someone's at. Now, I did want to ask you, man. Years ago, you said asked me, "Are you going to church?"
Yeah.
And I said no. And you said, "I go to church." I go, "What? You're an atheist. How could you be going to church?" And then you said, asked that about Mo too.
Yeah.
You know? And I think you were going a lot, like every week.
Yeah, I went more than you.
Huh? You did, right? So, I mean, like once in 4 or 5 years, yeah, I'd say you could go twice. You went more than me, right? But you were going a lot more. But I guess my question was like, why did you go to church? Was it just social?
I was doing reconnaissance. I wanted to know the enemy.
You wanted to know the enemy.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah, to be truthful, I was curious and I wanted to see, kind of like really experience what it was like in modern day church, and it was pretty disgusting. Lots of time talking about, you know, expanding. These church people, they're so gross. It's almost universal. They're just always talking about expanding the next building that they're getting, the bigger church, the bigger this, you know, the new. All the time. Yeah, and seriously, fuck off with that shit, dude. Seriously, fuck off.
I'm sorry, I should have checked.
You know,
disgusting.
I was thinking about that too. Like, yeah. You know, this last church was yesterday. It was pretty packed. When I talked to him on Tuesday, Pastor Kyle almost never comes on Tuesday, Bernard, and he was talking about having 2 services. I go, really? Like Sunday and Wednesday? He goes, no. He goes, 2 services on Sunday, one 9 a.m., 11 a.m. I was like, oh, really? Wow, that's cool. And he's saying how January is usually a slow time of the month. But it was packed. You know, not yesterday. And the way I see it, I've seen churches like this before. It's like they grow pretty quickly. And I think this is going to be one of those churches. But yeah, I kind of agree with you in a sense that that sort of mentality can be disgusting if it's the case. That's what people are supposed to. And I don't know how you see it. I don't. You know,
John, I just want to say I really like that song that Tom Rabbit played. I was wondering if we could talk about it for a second.
You should have seen the other song that he wrote. It's pretty amazing, man. It was so. I woke up one morning with the tune in my head, and this other guy, JJ, he said he woke up that same morning with that tune in his head too.
Was that Tom singing it?
Well, I changed the lyrics to his music because Tom's particular song was about a particular experience, many experiences actually in my childhood, by the way. And he was able to touch upon that pretty cleverly, actually. And
I'm so surprised Tom was able to write that because it was so spiritual. I really felt like Christ was coming out of the clouds and, you know, sending me divine help and love. And Tom, I got to tell you, I've never felt so inspired religiously, philosophically, intellectually. Tom, you have touched my heart.
Excellent. Yeah, which made me to think, Tom, like, have you been like contemplating or thinking about God in any way? I mean, I was getting that sort of vibe myself, actually, in some of the lyrics that you wrote.
Yeah, short answer is no, not really.
Okay.
But
so,
maybe I'll try to write a whole album and you know.
But I could see where you're going with what you're trying to do. But like for a Christian, like the song that they would sing would be about Christ and who he is.
Okay.
And what I heard from your lyrics anyway, I like the music by the way, but what I heard from the lyrics was,
Well, I mean, it's just like, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus isn't that compelling. I think that's like a story of like redemption. All that stuff is much better.
what I heard was from the world's religions was like man's efforts to try to reach God. And it seemed like, like,
John, I wouldn't read into the lyrics that much. I mean, like I said, it's just, I got to fit a number of syllables. That's the way my brain works. It's just like, I wouldn't read into it.
Well, lyrics are important to me, but I would say this music and the music before, the first song that you wrote, amazing. Like, it's amazing that you came up with that, like, on your own, It just represents something.
Well, I came up with the melody, AI did the guitar. So.
Well, I understand, still. I mean,
yeah.
Still, yeah. And, anyway. So I guess that makes sense. Like, I noticed that when you, like, study these religious types, and you've been doing so for years, right? And I don't know what the history is between you and Darth Dawkins, but Darth Dawkins seems to me, from what Godless Girl tells me, she used to have private conversations with him and stuff like that. And I think he tried to take her under his wing.
Well, I don't know about that, but that was all
Godless Girl was making it up.
Well, that's just all, I mean, just utilitarian, like, bullshit. There's nothing there. I would never actually substance to that, but I would like to know Mr. Kyle much more intimately. Right?
I just texted him the other day.
Yeah, I would like to be on that sort of, one phone call away type relationship with Pastor Kyle.
I have his personal number, but I guess my question is, the 10 questions that you asked him before, he seemed to indicate that they were not sincere, in a sense that, like, they seemed to be like gotcha questions. And I actually agree with him on that, Even when you guys were coming up with questions, a lot of financial questions and so forth,
They were questions which were designed to really sort of cut out all the bullshit and see what he's all about. You want to call that a gotcha question?
That's what he called it.
You could call it whatever. Well, you agree with him. If you want to call it a gotcha question, then it's fine.
Whatever.
But I mean, that seems like a way to try and hand wave it to sort of dismiss it more than anything.
Let me give you my. I've been going there almost 3 months now, right? Let me give you my honest assessment, man. There is a sincerity there, for sure, right? But there's also elements of ambition, right? And I agree with you, right? I agree with you, as many churches seek to expand, right? And it's on his mind, obviously. Now, when he talks about it, he talks about it in terms of, like, vision, like a prophetic vision, right? Which I don't disagree with, by the way, just to let you know. But oftentimes, people look to the gift or look to the blessing rather than the gifter or the blesser, and that's easy to happen. So I think that, me personally, I think that God's going to just be working. Because if you think about it, Tom, they celebrated their 6th anniversary the other day, or last week. And it's a small church for 6 years. Yeah, they opened up January 2020, where just 2 or 3 months later, there's COVID. And I heard stories about how they were operating as a church during COVID. And I guess they were flailing, like really badly. But after that, they somehow recovered. And in any case, they are where they are now, which is still, for doing this for that many years, they're kind of still small, right? So I think that.
Well, I mean, look, I'm just saying that guy's obviously like pursuing his own ambition and glory, and that's a big.
Yeah. Let me tell you this, okay? You are super keen on stuff like that, right? But I think you're also cynical as well. And I think you're also like, sometimes you read into things, representation of your own thoughts rather than what's going on. Just if there's a criticism, that would be it. Now, I think there's merit a lot to what you said.
Like the guy comes in with the fucking lifted Tacoma decked out, like aftermarket suspension and the trimmer package. That's not the guy who's like a mild sorry guy.
Well, no, I hear what you're saying. I do. But like I said, there's things that I see that maybe you don't see. And one of the main things that I see is like God and his faithfulness. In the sense of, think about this, Tom. Think about God's faithfulness to me. You've been observing me for years now. Think about like what I've been doing, in a sense of, if you remember, I wasn't preaching.
You've been doing Satan's bidding for probably the last 5 years that I've known you.
At least 5 years. I'm telling you, it goes on a couple of decades, man.
Yeah.
And my main deal was trolling and arguing, right? And
yeah,
glorification of self, like that guy Qualia was talking about.
Well, that's what I told you.
Yeah, you probably did, but you know me, man. You remind me a lot about my dad, in the sense that what he says goes in one ear, right out the other. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I don't pay attention to what you say, especially if it's in criticism, because I've learned in my life to just tune it out.
Yeah.
That was like my way of coping, right? But in hindsight, you're pretty sharp in terms of like your assessments, and they're accurate, right? And they're reflective of the reality that I'm blind to, right? And so, but here's the thing I'm trying to tell you, that God is faithful, even with, somebody like me. And like backsliding for me is an understatement. So this is why sometimes I talk to Johnny Haas about how faithful God is, because he's no choir boy either, right? He's been in prison, all sorts of things, even as a Christian, right? And so this is just who God is, right? And so anyway, Kyle's not a perfect person either. Anytime you look toward perfect people, look toward people, you're gonna get a flaw, right? And you don't see God in them, they're not gonna see God at all. And I think that's what's been going on. You're pretty good at searching inwardly and observing as a student of human behavior.
I don't use the N-word, John.
What N-word?
You said I'm pretty good at looking inwardly.
Okay. I think you are.
I don't use the N-word.
Well, in any case, you know what I was thinking about? The patriarchs, right? Isaiah, right? He's a man of unclean lips, right? And the Holy Spirit or the angel just puts a coal on his tongue to purify him. But I've been reading the Bible over again. I've been reading the New Testament, Old Testament. Hopefully I'll complete it this year, before this year. But I was on Genesis, like 12 or so. And Abraham had a very beautiful wife, Sarai. Before he was Abraham, he was called Abram. And he went to Egypt, and he says to Pharaoh, don't tell him you're my husband, because you're a beautiful woman. And if you tell him you're my husband, then he's going to kill me. So tell him you're my brother. And so that's what happened. But as I'm reading on, this is what
John, I got a question for Tom. Tom, he said he wants to write an album. Wouldn't it be amazing if he actually writes?
Let me just finish my story if I can, and then I'll let you. I see you're fixated on Tom, as you always are. But I'm not going to have too much of that in this room, by the way, just so you know. But I did want to say this, Tom. I read today that Sarai was having relations with Pharaoh. I didn't even realize that.
Scandalous.
Did you even know that?
Scandalous.
Yeah, and so
Scandal
and all
again.
these people started getting sick around Pharaoh. And Pharaoh was like, what's going on here? And he said to Abram, you lied to me. You told me that she was your sister, but she's your wife. And I've been having relations with her all this time. You need to get out of here. And so he left with all these possessions that he was able to acquire.
This is like how subtly can we troll John?
Toward,
Don't try to troll Tom Rabbit.
The Middle East or the Near East.
Great story.
And then, he said to Lot, you go this way near Sodom, where he went, and Abram went the other way. But, I was thinking to myself, I'll tell you what, you look at, and all of these characters that God used, they are no, people that are just upright.
John, can you put me in your queue, John? I'd like to ask a question.
Well, I will, John, but what I don't want is a hyper focus on Tom.
It's not hyper focused, but I would just like to. I would just like to say, if Tom could write a full record, 10 songs, 20 songs, and I think there could be a miracle that could come out of that. Tom, are you vaccinated? Are you double boosted?
Double, triple, quadruple.
So what I'm saying is down the line, when you get the turbo cancer and you got the songs, it could be the miracle moment you're looking for, because as you are in the agonizing pain of the double vax, triple boost, turbo cancer spread, you can listen to your own music and you can see Christ, manifest before you. It could be that miracle moment where you have a come to Jesus moment. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think that moment's coming. That's Beaver, right?
Good morning. Hi, John. Any reason a lot of people are wondering why you came back from Discord or to private.
Came back from? Oh, okay. So as you know, there was a situation in Clubhouse many years ago, and because of the format change, there was a mass exodus out of Clubhouse, and most of the people went to Discord. And so I went with that crowd, and I stayed there for maybe 3 years at least.
Yeah.
And I actually came back recently because I had a room with blackout.
Right.
And I didn't have time to commit to it because I've been for months. So I gave it to Matt Adams. To the ground, and so I didn't want to ask Blackout to get me back in my room. And I saw when I came to Clubhouse,
I'm obviously sorry that we are here today, but these are extraordinary times, as you very well must know.
or something like that.
Look, I run risk management. I don't really see how that's a natural place to start cutting
We
jobs.
understand this is in no way personal.
Very
Majority
well.
of the scores being let go today. And so there's been a whole bunch of like
Ms. Bratner is now going to run through
membership
the
over
details of
years,
the firm
and
is
I've just been
offering.
adding them, but it doesn't let me add too much. So
Okay.
I think there's
Mr. Dale,
at
the
least
firm
2,000
is
or 3,000
offering you
there.
6-month severance at half your salary. You will keep all
I've
on.
been adding, so I think it's about 1,000 right now, but there's still many more plus.
That's not the wrong cell, cuz.
Yeah, I just want
That's what the soap is
to
for.
start rooms up again. Now, as far as Discord,
I gave
I've
you,
been
and I'll take it all back. Because you asked for more.
there's a possibility that I might stay available. And the reason is because
that really what you want?
have been more so
Wow, you ate that fast.
like debating.
Wrong side of the red line. Other side of the red line.
I just kind of want to get away from that
You know how to
activity.
follow instructions.
I've been used to that for almost 30 years ago. Just want to
464-257. Can you hear me through the opening?
now a lot of people from Discord
Oh,
me,
D315.
which is fine. But
Did you piss off?
it's good to see you, Joe.
Good to have. Yeah, you too. You want your people
Pay attention.
up, and I'm sure the room will get huge.
John,
Got the wrong
do
cell,
you
cuz.
feel like if you join one of those rooms on Discord that you aren't able to conduct yourself in a godly way and you're just powerless against acting in that way that you're trying to avoid, and so your only solution is to just not go in the room altogether?
Well, yeah, I'll put it this way, Tom. You know, like I know a lot of alcoholics, and when they were trying to, like, you know, stay on the wagon, so to speak.
Yeah, Chris, there's a Lou room going on right now. If you could record that one, I can't seem to find it. Let me try to search for it. It's called, it's barely
you know, there's some
Friends.
people many years later, they're actually able to go to a bar and not drink.
Can't get in. Damn. Yeah, if you got your burner account, I mean your Anon, if you could start up that YouTube, that would be great. It's in Ultra Dutcha.
If it's between a PWI and an HBCU, I would always say an HBCU.
We're not comparing PWIs to HBCUs.
I know, but he just mentioned Xavier.
Xavier is an HBCU, darling.
The one in New Orleans.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you meant the other one.
Yeah, not the one in Ohio, I think. Yeah, Xavier University in New Orleans. Like,
Can you still view
it's
shit
just
from?
known for
No, I can't.
pre-med, pre-pharmacy students. Like, they just crank.
I think it finally got blocked from Ultra Derecha. Maybe Tim Robbins. Little T. Robs, the owner of JohnKitover.com.
An algorithm that's better than just everything in chronological order. It's just hard to figure out what that is. I mean, one thing I thought about, which just breaks it back down to individual choices, you could have, like, instead of just a bell to get notifications when someone tweets, you could just have a 1 to 10 scale. How much do I want to see this person?
Did you find it, Chris?
Even just something like that, and just often. You don't have to fill it in for anyone, but if you wanted to, you can.
That is the like button. If you hit the like button, it's 10 out of 10. You see them. If you never hit the like button, you never see them.
Oh,
even
but
if you follow them.
It doesn't work. No. So Sean, here's the problem. If you don't like it, then they just disappear. So you can't re-like it.
Yeah,
and then
that's
also,
the problem.
If you do like it, it's too extreme because you get into. I was just talking with someone about this. He's like, "Oh, I'm seeing all your tweets and I'm I actually do agree with it, but I want to say it, but I don't want to just be like, it's just the two of us going back and forth.
Yeah, so it's either 10 out of 10 or 0 out of 10. There's no modulation.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. And that's also what turns it into a rage bait machine. That everything you're seeing is all the 10 out of 10 stuff. Like, honestly, Twitter made me more racist than I've ever been. And I realized it's not actually that healthy. I'm just falling too much into resentment, and it's not actually productive. I even started hating Jews, maybe. You look at some of my tweets.
With erotic,
they turn me into a Nazi.
Eastern philosophy.
You have 60 seconds.
Is ready for him to read. The man who truly understands the underlying formula of one root subject can easily extend his apprehension to the boughs, leaves, flowers, and fruit. And it is in this sense that the
Nice.
Was that he made it sound like it was his route and that it was an independent contractor. But in reality, it's a big scam. It's just designed to make you not think you're not a wage company.
It's a centralized digital currency. That's why.
How many fucking Aeons are in that room right now? What the fuck?
That's why they're buying all the roots back, wink, wink, right? And then they're redistributing. You don't own shit. It's just a way to make the fucking peasants feel like they have some kind of ownership over their work when it's a carrot and stick they can never catch. Right. Or it's a pyramid scheme, right? They can maybe pass it on to someone else, but eventually someone doesn't get the carrot.
Oh, what it is, it's like it's a file pan where shit.
He's back! I thought he had to study for his test!
So when we're trying to convey a message, it doesn't stick, bro. It's just exactly like a brand new to file fucking pan. That's it.
But you like those forever chemicals.
Huh?
You like those forever chemicals.
All I'm saying is that life is actually like a liquid, bro. And once you digest that info, it'll be much easier to understand. But it is, in fact, all about the angle, bro.
Have you ever thought that your mind has been poisoned by looking at too many other men's dicks?
I never looked at it. I'm just telling you what it is, bro.
Forgive me, I'm going to keep my mouth here.
It was an optical illusion because Lou was very skinny.
Okay, so what I'm trying to convey to you is that reality can only, I want to do this, what Simon shit. Reality can only be perceived, but because it can only be perceived, you don't know reality. You just know subjective perception.
Nigger, I'm not talking, you are talking with this. It is subjective that you say that you felt that you learned something. I'm saying objectively, listen, nigger, I'm going to finish my sentence, please. All right? Nigger. So let the record show that this nigger interrupts more than anyone. Okay? That's what the objectively is apparent here. I'm saying that objectively, I just outright, Lou was ineligible to tell me about weight loss advice. Lou was ineligible to tell me about money advice. Lou was ineligible about a lot of fucking things. Whereas you're like, subjectively, I think telling you objectively, it was not possible. That's a factual statement. Does it mean what you're saying is
you can be paid and time is money, bro. It's saving me time, yes. It's saving me time, yes, of course it is. there's different ways to pay people. It's not just money. You can pay them so if I lengthen your life by 10 years, isn't that paying?
All the other pillars.
I can pay a woman with that.
I'm satisfied. Okay, so I don't need to hear from someone whose pillars are crumbling in these other areas. Okay.
I asked Lou to use AI to communicate with me because sometimes he would send me these rambling messages. And I read that.
He used AI.
Yeah, so
he said, "Stop texting me. Just use AI."
He struggles to get his point across. Like the guy, he struggles to get his point across. It's always like,
The guy struggled. You got to use it in the past tense. He's dead.
It's also struggling to get it across. It's definitely the person who listens to the state. Amazing. Diego, tell me this. As a man who self-proclaimed has never changed a diaper in his life, if you needed to, it's an emergency situation, and it's like phone a friend. It's like, who wants to be a millionaire? Would you phone Lou for that advice?
No.
Would you? Hey, Lou, I need to change this diaper. Walk me through it step by step, bro. No. There's certain things, bro. You just don't listen to certain people. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. But there's other things. But there's other things you can listen to.
Like what?
In my case, for example, I learned about loyalty rambles and a lot from I learned about the guy is very genuine. You guys can disagree, that's totally fine. But my experience with him is very genuine.
Lou was great, yeah.
So he taught me shit. If you say he didn't teach you shit about money, that's fine. But that's not his expertise. The guy is broke. He has other expertise.
Let the record show the first 45 minutes of this fucking conversation was about you and AI, right? I don't need to be talking about AI.
Yeah, he taught me about
AI too. He was explaining the kosher. He's very, very knowledgeable when it comes to
the website.
Everybody thinks a blue belt is knowledgeable when they're white belts. Okay.
Yeah, but he built the website. It's pretty impressive, bro.
He built the entire kosher shekel fund website, and that's not
only white belts think this is aggressive.
Impressive.
The AI built the website.
Yes,
it is impressive.
None of them know how to code.
Yeah, exactly. But so he used he used it, and not just that. Now I don't know how to
did he
build
get
a
any
website.
money for the investment?
What money? What investment?
So the website was meaningless, right? It didn't actually.
No one paid him for it. It was a troll.
Bro, it's a troll.
And what? They didn't convince anyone?
No.
It's not meant to.
Technology. He has the tools. He has the same tools that all of us have. He doesn't have some special. This is like niggers bleeding in magic dirt. Oh, well, if I just make it to America. Like, no, you're a nigger.
Are you really?
Wherever you're going to be. Okay? You're always just going to be. Right? So you think that's like Lou has the special access to the special AI and blah, blah, blah. Here's the
he doesn't, bro. But for example, I wouldn't, like, anti-gravity is a software that I wouldn't know about, and it's not good for him.
Listen, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a fucking white belt, okay? Now, I'm not going to sit here and claim to be a black belt or a 3-stripe black belt. That's not what I'm saying. But you're fucking white belts and claiming to know things that you really don't know.
Well,
so
you know what?
Here's the thing.
I'm white. At least I'm white.
Do you know what the greatest sign of intelligence is? Do you know what the greatest sign of intelligence is? Is across time, which means across your life, actually getting what you want. Okay?
That's right.
And someone who didn't get what they want, with enough laps around the fucking sun isn't someone I necessarily need to listen to.
Yeah, but none of us get what we want because we want everything.
Nigga, you get what you deserve. Okay, you get what you deserve.
Exactly.
Okay, and also here's the thing: someone had the time. In fact, he had all the tools that either all of us have access to, or maybe even special tools that he paid Diego's money for. Okay, every single month, but yet he couldn't fucking apply it and use the AI to build him something that generates.
He didn't even seek to. Yeah, he's been shit talking Lucy since the beginning.
Well, then maybe that's not someone. Bro, maybe look. Listen, if you told me that he was going to go be a monk or join a monastery or whatever, like maybe, like sure, okay, like that's impressive or something. And it's not about making money, but like, what's the point of spending all this time? What's the point of spending all this time?
He genuinely has a passion, bro. He actually wanted to later on do something in that.
It's easy to have passions. It's easy to have passions when other people are happy.
Bro, you're just not listening. You just keep going.
It's okay to have passions. It's like the rich wife who has the boutique shop in this quiet town that her husband subsidizes. It's okay to be have passions when you're being subsidized. Okay? And I fucking love Lou, but like,
Well, it doesn't seem like it.
Hey, where the fuck were you, nigger? Where the fuck were you with your head up your ass? I was recovering from a fucking surgery, and I was the one pushing Diego because he's in the US to make a call, and I couldn't fucking speak because I had a fucking stitches.
It's true.
Yeah. Where the fuck were you? Don't you question my fucking friendship or my fucking loyalty? Where the fuck were you with your finger up your fucking ass?
He cared
My
about
finger
Lou.
wasn't up my ass. Don't get that.
Well, someone else's finger was up your ass then.
Randy,
That's defamation. That's defamation.
He cared about Lou where it counts, man. Like the real substantive caring, man.
Well, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. I'm trying to tell you how I feel about it. And if you don't want to listen to that, that's totally fine. That's just not going to convince me or change my mind. You know, I did learn from this guy. You didn't. That's sad for you. I learned from him, and that's just my stance. So.
Joe, I realized in this moment, I take it all back. The better everyone thinks about him, the better. I'm just going to kind of shut the fuck up. Because that's the way it should be. We should look back upon it about the good and just ignore the bad because it doesn't matter.
No, I actually like the bad even more because I want to know exactly what kind of situation he was in towards the end. I didn't get to talk to you guys about these things. I know what I know, and I'm pretty sure there's things I don't know because I just had like different people, different relationships. That's not the point. The point is to be fair, and like in the spirit of fairness, I can't say I didn't learn because I'm literally using a new program that I wouldn't know about had it not been for him. Yeah, he did teach me things about AI. That's just what it is. That's fact. Did he make money out of it? No, he didn't. He didn't even seek to. And I would say that's his error, is that like he didn't even seek to make money out of things, but that's fine, bro. Like if you have a passion.
Hey, bro, I just read about fucking girls. I never actually just fucked one. Amazing.
Yeah, okay, that could be your passion. I think that's what the saying
is. This is literally the analogy of like I jerked off to a lot of porn, and someday blah blah blah, but never actually got around to fucking.
You know what's another one? When he got in the motorcycle accident, he was stressing out and had a lot of anxiety about how he was going to make money from the crash.
What? Oh, with the lawsuit? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get it. What are you trying to say? Are you talking about the lawsuit or what?
Yes, the ramifications of like.
Yeah, he was talking to a lawyer, an injury lawyer, about the motorcycle accident, and then he was stressing out about not having enough information about what happens next in this lawsuit. And that's information that the AI could easily answer for him.
He literally said that he spent 2 weeks stressing over not knowing what to do about XYZ. And he literally could have just spoke with the fucking AI and like fleshed it out. Like it was, for being the AI guy, it was retarded to hear it like in his own words.
No, it's pretty intimidating, bro. Like in my lawsuit also, okay, I have AI, but I don't know how it can. Bro, the bank, I still didn't hear from them, by the way. But these guys,
that's amazing. That doesn't take away from the
thousands of. Well, no, of course.
I have literally war gamed out multiple fucking different scenarios of how I'm suing someone essentially, and they're fucked. And to the point where now I'm like, now we're into the weeds of it. It's like we're down so many different forks. It's like the game theory of like this fork, and if it forks again and it continues, right? The decision tree. If they do this, then I do that. If I do that, and then you do this. It's just like he could be endlessly doing that, right? And the amount of clarity you're able to gain from that is immense. That doesn't mean you take what the AI says as gospel, but you use it as a guide, as a journey to kind of, and even jump back and forth between different AIs to kind of like stress test these ideas. He had 2 weeks of sitting on his ass, fucking on Clubhouse or jerking off or whatever he was doing, but he could have easily done this. Like he had basic questions. Listen, nigga. You don't know what he was doing. So let me tell you. Nigga. Let me tell you. You might learn something. He literally said that he didn't know what to do. Like, do I get another job? What if it's lower paying? Or what happens if I get a job and I actually get it in AI and I'm sitting from a desk? And well, then they say, actually, you don't actually have any loss of earnings. Or listen to me, this is butter stuff that the fucking AI could tell you about law, right? Like, this is the simple thing. It would tell you what would increase your chances, what would hurt your chances. Like, this is like simple stuff. And he literally said in the voice note that he was stressed to the nines, basically, because for the past 2 weeks he's done nothing, okay? But he could have, nigga, Exactly. None of us are saying this nigger didn't have potential. That's the crime here.
But that's
the
not,
crime
bro.
is, the crime is that he never applied
no one can
it.
speak, bro. No one can speak. You just keep going.
The nigger never applied it. Okay?
Okay, we understood that the first 20 times you said it. Now, like, if you can go on mute for 1 second so that you can hear what people are saying. Yeah,
sure.
because
I think I reserve a couple of, vetoes that you were kept interrupted now.
Oh my God. It's just the low self-awareness is wild, bro.
Everybody.
Look, man. Look, I agree with you. He wasn't doing anything. See, if you listen to someone for once, bro, you would understand. See, you're fighting with yourself, bro. Yes, he wasn't doing anything. He was in a total shit situation. And which is why he was doing drugs to begin with. Like, he's doing nothing. How do I know? Because I wanted him to do basic, most elementary shit with the website. And he just keeps postponing and pushing and postponing and whatever. Okay, so like the guy was not in a good situation. So you're blaming him for not actually doing, for thinking about the lawsuit and doing the job stuff. And bro, he wasn't even ready to get there.
Nigger, what I'm saying is, I look less favorably upon people. I prefer to help people who help themselves. That feels much greater degree of satisfaction. To help people who are already helping themselves versus people, there's like a Dave Chappelle bit or it's like Chris Tucker or something, and they talk about like when he was broke and he was going between comedy sets and trying to make it, and his piece of shit car kept breaking down. When he'd be standing there like trying to thumb a ride, no one would pull over. But when he got out and started pushing his own car, people would pull over and just help without asking. People instinctively like to help people that are helping themselves. We instinctively don't like the diseased and the needy. And he would choose to take inaction, not action. And
yeah, especially in the end, yeah. No, that wasn't always the case.
Maybe. But it would frustrate me that I knew that he's potential of taking action, that he's smarter than the fucking average Joe, that he was capable of these things, and rather than just flirting with it and fucking brushing up against it or reading about it, and that you should be applying it. Meanwhile, you could argue that maybe I'm not applying it as well as I could, sure. But nigger, I'm in the game. I'm in the arena. He's on the fucking cheap seats on the side.
Yeah. I think
there's other people in this fucking room that have done that too. And I've also had
the issue is that you're playing different games.
No, nigger, there only is one arena.
Yeah,
there only is one arena.
There's no one arena.
Nigger, there is one arena. Nigger,
I disagree.
You're an employee, nigger. You're in the fucking seats. You're in the stands, nigger. The rest of us are actually making our own way in life. The captains of our own fucking ships. We're in the arena, nigger.
Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah, well, that's what someone in the fucking cheap seats would say.
Exactly.
You're the restaurant critic. I'm the fucking head chef.
Impossible.
What are you? You're the fucking critic that comes in and it's like,
you just keep going.
I know. You're a fucking restaurant
going. Okay, I'm telling you that the guy was in a dark situation. He's not playing the game that you're playing. He's not playing. Oh, I need to make money. He lost desire to make money, bro.
Nigger,
do you understand?
Nigger, he had it all to play for. He literally was like there was an incoming fucking. He had a mini lottery win coming, nigger. It was all to play for.
That's true, Randy.
It wasn't a matter of fucking if. It was a matter of how much and when it was coming.
Yeah, I don't think he cared.
No, Diego, he didn't care. Clearly didn't care.
No, he was counting it prematurely.
Nigger, he was spending it before it even arrived. That's a problem in of itself. But
I know.
Shows that it wasn't a dark place, nigger.
Explain, Randy. Explain.
No, it was. I can't explain, bro. If he's just gonna keep going like he was for the past hour, bro. It's just like there's no conversation here. There's really no conversation. Look, you're gonna have whatever view you wanna have. At the end of the day, the guy's goals weren't your goals. So like, stop judging him by your standards.
The guy had no goals.
Oh my God, here we go.
Stop making me shit on my friend. Stop making me shit on my friend. He's not even.
Don't blame me. Don't blame me for your
fucking idol worshiping this bullshit.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Lou was not afraid to laugh at himself. It was one of my favorite fucking things. Look at him. He would be like #1 bullshit guy. Like, no, I would never make a fucking PTR like that. I would never fucking do the thing. Like, even do you think I would ever call myself Lou Sir? Do you think I'd ever imply? Maybe I'd call myself a winner, right? I'd never imply some of that stuff, right? Although, by the way, I do think that tells a lot, and I think how you speak to yourself and what you think of yourself is the most important thing. Not what other people say, not what other people think. What you think of yourself and what you speak to yourself. You should. So I had a great deal of problem actually when he would call himself loser, and it would seem like, oh, he's self-deprecating, whatever. But no, it was funny. No, it's not. It's not, nigger. It's not. You've got work to do if you think that that's an okay thing to do. But look, I don't think. Anyway, I want to ask you, Q. Did you decide to go in the end? Or are you en route, or did you not be able to make it?
That's what you said.
Sorry.
When is the service?
Today in like 5 hours or something. It was going to be like $5,000 for me to go, and I would have had to have left yesterday and shit. It just wasn't possible. And Diego couldn't make it at short notice or with arrangements. So.
Yeah, I've already been driving for 3 hours.
Well, why not talk about that? Why is these not?
Randy, well, look, none of us could make it, but we're all here, and we will be still talking about him tomorrow, the day after, next week, next month, and that's what I think is more important than showing up for one service. So it's a shame that we couldn't be, and at least one of us couldn't be there. But
so what were the goals, Randy? You said he was counting his money. Said he was counting his money before he got it.
Yeah, but because he wanted the money, but I don't think that his goal. He's never finance oriented, bro.
He couldn't even go seal the deal with Schmeiler, who was begging for it. Come on.
I thought she was.
Meanwhile, he was in New York, and fucking, out of convenience, was like, knock knock, is Danny's legs open?
That's facts.
Big facts.
That is true. No, that is true.
Randy. Is it a little Robbie?
That is true.
Maybe you don't know my boy just as well as you think you know my boy.
No, that's not true. He wasn't there for Danny.
No, he wasn't there for Danny, but he knew she was there.
Let the record show.
He knew she was there. He knew she was there, but he's not there. He's there for work, bro.
Little Robbie, just take the L, bro. Sometimes
he's there for.
Maybe you should learn that from Lou. Lou knew how to laugh at himself. Lou knew when he was like, "Okay, yeah, I'm on the road." Maybe you could learn that from our great friend, the late Lou. Maybe we could actually walk away from this, and you could learn something truly valuable.
I disagree. He wasn't there because of her. That's not true.
No, that's not what was said. No. That's not what we see. That's a tap dance. That's the Ashkenazi shuffle, okay? That's not what was stated. What was stated was, out of convenience, I said, because he happened to be in the area, he wanted to knock and see if Danny's legs were open, is what I said. Out of convenience, because he was in the area. He did not want to fly to Texas to go see the team. Didn't want to see. That was too.
Can you take a breath, nigga? Take a breath.
That's the righteous.
Is this your first time talking to Tim?
It's insane.
Yes.
Bro, it's been like 1 hour and it just keeps going.
You don't call him Tim Rambleson for nothing.
He had a guaranteed in Austin, Texas, and couldn't book a flight.
Yeah,
but could spend money buying fucking Simon's fucking products and fucking bullshit books, but he couldn't book Southwest fucking Airlines flight to go get his new shirt. That's
maybe did you ever consider
to do that?
Did you ever consider that maybe he's trying to support his friend? Maybe he's putting his friend ahead of himself.
Maybe he should put his head ahead of himself.
Bros before hoes.
Why would you fly to go do that when you could do that at home?
Well, she would have come to visit him.
She was like, "Shut up and give me babies."
That sounds weird.
She would have come to visit him if he allowed it. If he allowed it, she would have come to visit him.
Yeah, if he wanted to, he could have talked her into showing up, and getting a little something. So,
look, bro, you guys are wasting your time and your energy and your youth, as far as I'm.
Bro, don't you question my bro.
He was looking forward to going to Canada.
Exactly, bro. He had a bigger goal to come fuck with you instead of go fuck someone for real.
Yes, he did. He was, and as I told you a million times, finance isn't the primary thing that he's thinking about. It's not the guy, bro. But we're not all. I'm like that. Sure, he isn't, and that's fine. That doesn't mean he's in the wrong.
What are we?
Look, bro.
What are you guys even arguing? This is like so strange.
He in many ways he lived much more than I did, bro. Especially because he pursued. I'm not pursuing my passions per se because I'm worrying about the things you want me to worry about.
Most men are motivated by pussy as the primary goal, and everything else to make money for that.
Guys aren't into real estate because they like real estate. They're like into real estate because girls like real estate, and it's a status signal. Ask the fucking the status nigger that. Like most of what guys do is about status signaling to get more pussy, and yet this guy got. Apparently, there's a couple of people that are dripping pussy on him on this fucking app and never sealed the deal. Come on.
I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I don't even know what.
It comes back to what we get goals, nigger. About goals, right?
His goal isn't finance oriented. It's the only thing.
You could have the greatest ship on earth, but if you don't have a plan, you're never gonna leave fucking.
Yeah, but he's not exactly. And
so we're not arguing that he wasn't a magnificent ship or he wasn't capable of crossing the fucking seas.
Bro, we're not saying that, bro. Why can't you listen to people when they talk to you, man?
I'm saying that. Meanwhile, you're looking at it and going.
It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you say. You're an Irish leprechaun potato snatch. You're an Irish potato bitch. It doesn't matter what you say.
To show for their existence than you have, and probably will by the date you're my age.
That doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, nigga. You're the king of irrelevant.
The only thing that matters.
Somebody having a tough time coping with what happened here. Is that why we're getting all upset and arguing?
No, it's just Rambleton has been arguing with himself since the beginning.
Kevin, would you take movie advice from someone that doesn't watch movies?
No.
Case closed. This is it. That's in essence this whole fucking.
But no one is taking advice.
But
no one is taking financial advice from you, bro.
You can't conceptualize that.
Whoever had
no one's taking advice from him.
Evan, remember the 75 hard group thing that never happened, right?
Yeah.
Would you listen to someone about 75 hard who've never done 75 hard?
I generally speaking, people that are truly disciplined, motivated individuals don't rely on gimmicky things like that. So I generally don't listen to people like that at all, promote those kinds of things.
That's right.
But I don't know. I mean, whoever's making the assessment that Lou is generally a pretty purposeless person or someone who lacked an overall vision for his own life or I would agree with that assessment. I feel really bad. I mean, that's how a lot of people go, and that's why a lot of people turn to drugs and alcohol.
And I agree, Kevin. Unfortunately, and this Sam nigger is making me say that about my friend who's not even in the ground, right?
Bro, I'm not making you do shit. You're the one doing it. You're the one doing it.
You're stating things which are it's just ridiculous.
Don't blame me. Look, man, if you're gonna disrespect your friend,
Kevin, he basically said, I learned a lot from Kevin. This is what he said. Rabbi basically said, I learned a lot from my fat friend how to lose weight. That's basically what he said. And I'm like, for the love of Christ,
I did learn a lot. What I said
I still don't really understand what's being argued here. I don't even know why. This is a nonsense conversation.
Evan, honestly,
it's just Rambleton since the beginning, shit talking Lou and blaming me for it.
No. I think I'll
verify it.
What's happening?
I fucking did more than probably anyone.
Yeah, wait, I want to hear Diego translate.
I think what's happening here is that Rambleton is interpreting a kind of a disrespect by Randy, elevating Lou to a place where he wasn't.
I never
said
not
that.
Real. I never said that. I never said that.
But it doesn't mean that he's not loved. It doesn't mean he's not respected.
Right.
Well, it doesn't seem like
but it's but nigger, it's just base this in truth. Just like
yeah, but no one. Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like the person that gets up on the altar that says.
So when I tell you that I learned from him, oh my God,
and it's just like they just exaggerate.
Shut
They just
up.
exaggerate. He was the best of men. He was the greatest of us, and blah blah blah. You're just like, come on.
Bro, just learn how to take a breath, bro. Learn how to mute the fuck up. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I told
you that he taught me something. And it's because of him, I'm using a new program called anti-gravity. He did teach me something. And I'm sorry you don't like that. That sucks that you don't like it.
Part of you. But like,
I'm sorry. No, you should be proud of him instead of shit-talking him.
Did you learn something?
Okay, well, I'm telling you, instead of shit-talking him and blaming other people, I think you should be proud of him because he did teach me something. And I'm so sorry that he didn't teach you anything. Maybe you should have spent more time with him. But as far as I'm concerned, you guys are behaving.
This is very sour. This is very sour.
This is what it is. You guys are behaving like the faggots you are, and I would invite you to reconsider your words before you say them.
That's just what it comes down to.
Randy, he didn't really teach you. He was more like an advertisement for the product. Like I'm just saying.
He said, "I'm about to read this book," and you went, "Oh, I'll maybe read that too." That's literally the end.
Yeah, well, he taught me more than either of you ever did, so that's also true.
Randy, if you had asked the AI, how do I do this, it probably would have recommended the product to you.
Well, yeah, but at least
I also don't understand the point of undermining what Rabbi is saying. If that was his experience, you guys should let him have that experience, and you guys had your own experiences with him, and everybody here liked him for different reasons. I don't think you should be arguing about. I don't think that it's right to argue about someone that just died in this capacity. I think you should all just focus on the things that you liked and appreciated about him.
Yeah, and that's why, and that's why you need to teach these white people some ethics. But the truth of the matter is, Lou taught me more than any of these two
niggers in the room who are going to tell us about ethics. Amazing.
Exactly.
Nigger, you literally have a slave taking care of your mom.
Okay, but the
truth
ethics.
You literally have a
the
slave.
Matter.
That's amazing.
Yes, and you would want to have one, and you can. Okay, and so the truth is,
the difference is I actually
nigga, shut up, mute up.
That's right.
Lou taught me more than you ever did.
That's right. Okay? I hope you applied very well.
So reconcile with that.
I hope you applied those.
Okay, you know what? Okay, fine. So at least he gave me something that I wasn't able to apply. You gave me nothing. So understand that before you guys talk about him and how he.
If I give you nothing, then how is it that I told you that life is self-filtering, nigger?
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even know what discounting cash flows is, nigger.
See, little Robbie has to pause because he has to think about how he's going to backtrack about things he's previously said.
No, because I'm actually surprised. I've been away from this app for like 2-3 days because honestly, I don't feel good, bro. And it's not the same. And he was hanging out with me 24/7. And I come here and I see the only thing you guys are doing is just shit talking the guy while claiming to be his friends. And there's nothing to be respected about that. So that's on you. Don't blame me.
I'm with Rabbi there.
Oh, we can start shit talking you if you really want.
Go for that.
You want to take one for the team, bro? That's amazing.
Go for that.
Amazing. Anyway.
So clearly he didn't teach you anything because he taught me loyalty. You guys aren't loyal to him. That's just the truth.
There we go.
Okay, nigga. You were so self-obsessed with your finger up your ass. You didn't even know he was gone.
Yeah, but at least I'm not.
Yeah. I know. That's a cool little story that you've got for yourself. Keep telling yourself it, okay? Meanwhile, I was sitting. I should have been woe is me in a fucking, in a pity pot of fucking worrying about myself, recovering from a mouth surgery where I couldn't fucking speak. And what I was actually doing was caring about my fucking friend and basically fucking pressuring Diego. And when the cops said, well, actually, we did the wellness check, and actually, niggers like you with jobs too, well, you say shit like, oh, well, it's out of my hands, I did what I could did. And I said, no, that's not a fucking good enough answer. You ring them back, you fucking complain. You ring the fucking realtor, there's the realtor's phone number, there's the property manager's fucking phone number. Call someone until people start complaining. Call someone until it's such a pain in the ass that they go and do something. Nigger,
well, I can tell you that.
And by my actions, nigger, not by my words, but by my actions, I showed that I fucking cared. So don't you dare fucking tell me that I don't fucking care. Don't you fucking dare try to tell me that I don't care.
Nigga, eat my ass. I can tell you that.
Yeah, eat your own ass, son, nigger. Okay? But don't you fucking dare try to tell me I don't care. Don't you fucking dare try to tell me I don't care.
I'm not.
You know, and it's not a dick measuring. It's not a dick measuring contest, but I guarantee you, I fucking probably, and I don't care if you can say I'm not a man. I'll laugh at you anyway. I've probably cried more fucking tears, right? Like probably. So okay, so like I'm not gonna. You can think what you think, but whatever. I mean, it's.
Yeah, but I'm not even that. See, the issue
Okay,
is you
but
don't
it's
listen. You don't even listen. That's
no,
the problem.
no. You're like questioning my loyalty or my friendship thing is actually.
No, I am questioning your ethics. Yes.
No. It's
He doesn't accept it, Brandy.
He doesn't have to. It'll be handed down to you anyways. It's just like the Quran. It'll be given to you. This is not how you talk about your friend.
I base things in reality. That's the difference.
Base it on my ball sack. That's the only thing real that you've seen on this app is my ball sack.
Fortunately.
Okay, so you can talk whatever you want to talk. I told you my experience. You choose to disregard it for no reason whatsoever. That's totally fine. Clearly, there's something going on there, and that's between you and yourself. Personally, I'm not interested in that. I know who my friend was. And I'm not going to go shit talk him and blame you for it. If I should talk him,
I'm not. Via talking about this discussion, I'm shit talking you. And the fact that you're a fucking white belt. That's actually what's happening.
At least I'm white. I'm not an Irish potato snatch.
No, you're a white belt, nigga. I know you want to be white, but unfortunately you never will be.